Hello and welcome to r/askreddit. If someone says, I love you, but you're not ready to say it back, how do you respond? Let's get something to eat. Source, George Costanza. According to my ex, you say you're not there yet, but I really like you, and I want to see where this goes, and then completely disappear a week later. Let's see where this goes. Let's see where I go. Pat them on the head. I was first to say it. I prefaced it by saying, you don't have to say anything back. He didn't. I got a head pat. I wasn't upset though. I would have been more upset if I hadn't told him how I felt. It took about 4 months before one night he said, I think I'm starting to feel that way too. We're reading the same book. You're just a couple chapters ahead. That's what my husband said to me years ago when I blurted out my love for him, a couple months into dating. Well, guess he was right though. That is such a lovely way to say, I'm not there yet. I love myself too. This cracked me up because I knew a girl who actually said that to this guy she was dating. Guy, I just wanted to tell you that I think I love you. The girl, aw, thank you. I love me too. I once gave a thumbs up. I broke up with my first partner with a grin and a thumbs up, so you're still doing better than me. Jesus Christ. You can go the Eric Foreman route and hit them with, I love cake. Didn't he also pioneer, I love you, man? And a playful punch to the shoulder? This is really the only correct answer. I usually wake up when this gets said. F. Thank you. Here's your order and your $172 in change, sir. I love you. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Flashback to when this happened and I accidentally pretended to fall out the car door to redirect the conversation. Nice save. Just say, I love YouTube really fast. But then she'll say, aw. Wait, did you say I love YouTube? And you'll be like, no, I said I love YouTube. And she'll say, right, that's just I love YouTube really fast. And you'll be like, I love you, Sagi Yojimbo. I think it's a great precursor to today's manga, which doesn't get the attention or acclaim it generally deserves. And then you should start making reservations to the Cheesecake Factory for 1 instead of 2 for the foreseeable future. I know one time I took 20 minutes and responded I love you too, because I like the person and I was afraid the relationship would end if I didn't say it back. Then added, sorry it took me so long to respond. I was eating a Pop-Tart. Nice save. I love YouTube. This is perfect, LMAO. My now husband said, you're aces, as a joke for 4 years before he told me he loved me. And I married that jerk. Wow, I thought it took my significant other a long time. For him it was 2 years. It was like a fascinating mental block. I could tell it was really much more of a personal thing than something about me, or us. So I hung in there. Just out of curiosity. Does he say it first ever now? I've noticed that while my significant other has no reservation saying it back, he rarely says it first. See you in chemistry. Hug me, brother. And it's spherical. I can't blame you. I'm kind of a big deal. Scene 12:48 p.m. Did you just say scene 12:48 p.m.? Whoops, a friend took my phone. We're talking in person. Oh, wipes forehead nervously. Don't touch my forehead. My current boyfriend and I ran into the same problem. He was ready to say it after a couple weeks, and he said, I think I love you. And I said, I'm not there yet. He asked if he could say it anyway, and I said yes. For weeks he would say, I love you. And I would say, Oof. I did this to a girl when I was younger, and I still feel bad about it, LMAO. I lived this in the receiving end, and her joke was to say thank you. It was all I needed, and was nice. Then, one day after months, she'd say, I love you too. And I can still remember that feel. It was great. I know she really meant it. I know. Well, she might call you a stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf harder if you said that. Who's scruffy-looking? Laughs in Wookiee. Laugh it up, fuzzball. Awesome sauce. That's what makes the sauce so awesome. I once said, thank you. Edit. For all the upvotes. Thank you. This gave me a flashback to this one time when I went into a store to ask if they were hiring, and I was leaving. The manager said, it was nice to meet you. And I responded with, thanks, and immediately walked out the door, instead of telling them it was nice to meet them as well. I was super nervous. I was 17 and had never gone job hunting before. And the manager was super cute, so I didn't really register what he said until it was too late. Definitely didn't get that job. First time I told my wife, she said, that's really sweet. I was shocked. I walked away in shame, but she grabbed my arm and said, I just screwed that up. What I meant to say was that I'm so in love with you it hurts. Still married 13 years later. I told my boyfriend I'm not worried that he's not ready to say it back yet, because I knew I'll see the day when he is. I want him to say it when it feels as natural as saying hello or goodbye, at the point when his words will tumble out of his mouth, when not saying it would feel wrong. I don't want to hear it if he's not 100% ready. I'm not worried because every single one of his actions and every aspect of his personality radiate care, love, and trust. He's already told me he loves me, even if I haven't heard the words. I'm completely confident that it's not an issue of insecurity or lack of love. It's just not time yet. And that's more than okay. Until then, I'll keep enjoying every ounce of time he and I spend together. If you're not ready to say I love you yet, or your partner isn't, try not to let it distract from all the special moments between the two of you. Let those moments speak love, and the words will follow in their own time. Be confident, and be patient. I'm not ready to say it back. Yep, this. I said, I love you. She said, I'm not ready to say it back yet, and I don't want it to be just a response to you saying it. I went from, huh, to, that's cool, in about 3 seconds. When she did say it, goosebumps, because she meant it. When you meet someone that is in touch with their feelings and confident enough to do that, you know it's real. So I married her. Best move I ever made. I remember me asking, are you sure? Edit. Since this comment got a bit of recognition, thanks for the award. If you're interested in the whole story and how everything turned out, just read through my comments here. Kind of a tough story with a plot twist and maybe a happy end. That's basically how my wife responded. After a few seconds, she said it back though. Edit. LOL. This really blew up. What happened was, I said it, time stopped and she said, are you sure? And I said yes, then hugged her, and she said it back. We joke about it now because after our first date, I took some bad internet advice and didn't contact her between the first and second date. Like 4 days. And she thought I didn't like her. Before my wife could say it to me, she used to do a thing in American Sign Language. I didn't have a clue what she was doing until I looked it up after a couple of weeks of her giving me some weird hang 10 or rock on symbol, which is what I thought. Every time she would leave or vice versa, neither of us were ready to actually say it, even though we did love each other. So if you're not ready because you don't want it out there, this works. Took her going on a vacation for us to actually say it for the first time. If you're not ready because you don't love them back, that's a whole different thing. My current significant other and I recently dealt with this, and I thought she did it very well. I told her I loved her, and she said, I know, all cocky. She's a fan of Star Wars, and I got the joke, so I laughed. Then she told me she's sorry she's not ready to say it back. That's honestly the best way. It stopped me from overthinking it, and allowed us to have a conversation about it, and I could tell her I didn't even want her to say, I love you too, in response. Just say it when/if she wants to say it. Then I told her I was jealous. Since I said it first, she got to now use the cool I know line whenever I said I love you. Anyway, it's a bit awkward, but it's a good conversation to have so neither of you feels pressured or awkward when it comes up. For a while, it became a nice joke with the I know line, and that was fun. Now she says it back, so I get to throw out the I know sometimes too. Yay! It means so much to me that you said that. I know you mean it. I know I will get to that point soon. And when I say I love you, I want you to know that I mean it. But I'm not there yet. I care about you deeply, and my love is growing. Oh wow, I love you. This happened to me. I was leaving her house. She said, bye handsome, I love you. And I said, text you when I get home. Felt pretty bad. I stupidly said, I don't feel the same way yet, but thank you. Thankfully, I got there in the end, because 5 years later, and we're planning our wedding. I still laugh/cringe at my thank you to this day. My now husband told me he loved me a full 3 months before I said it to him. I told him I was so glad he felt he could share his feelings with me, and that I cared for him greatly, but I wasn't ready to say the word love yet. He told me there was no rush, he just wanted me to know. He continued to say it for the next 3 months, and I would also say thank you for loving me, until one day I just smiled at him and said, I love you too. Aw man, he must have felt so happy. His reaction was probably adorable. Be honest. Tell them exactly how you feel. Don't tell someone you love them if you don't. I've been in this situation with my girlfriend. 4 months after meeting, she said she loved me. I didn't think I loved her at the time, but I cared about her, and thought it was possible that I'd love her in the future. So that's what I told her. I was quite uncomfortable at the time, and definitely put a downer on the evening. I gave the relationship a chance. I introduced her to my friends, invited her to spend a lot of time at my house. And then, a month later, the way I felt about her started to change, and I thought I was starting to love her. So I said, I think I might love you. And she looked very happy. I think she knew I was telling the truth because she trusted me. And truth is built by constantly being honest over a long period of time. Now, we've been happy together for about 18 months. We've always been honest with each other, and I think it's one of the main reasons why we're happy together. Those guys look very happy together. They all love each other and spend some time together. And you know what the best way to share your love with us would be? Clicking that like and subscribe button. And to really show your appreciation and really help us keep going. Thank you everyone for watching.